it's Mike Chalet here from Autos.ca, back with another comparison test, and today we are comparing city cars. We have the car that started it all, the smart Fortwo, as well as a recent introduction, the Scion Iq, and a very recent introduction, the Chevy Spark. Now all three cars are very different. We have mid-engine, front-engine, two-door, four-door, two-seat, four-seat, or even 3+1 as Scion calls it. All three vehicles are trying to answer the same question: what's the best for city environment, where parking spaces are tight and lanes are narrow? Now all three cars go about this differently. The IQ, although short, is wide, the Spark, although long, is narrow, and the Smart is just small overall, but of course lacks the rear seats. Currently I'm in the Smart Fortwo. Now this vehicle was the one that kind of started this segment in Canada. True, vehicles like this have been around in Europe for ages, but in Canada it's sort of a new phenomenon. When they restyled this car, they took out the diesel engine and put in a 1-liter 3-cylinder engine, but they kept the single clutch automated manual, which is herky-jerky, delayed, not that great of a transmission. On the road, this vehicle drives surprisingly well for its size. It's stable, it tracks straight, and it's even not that low on the power, until you get to highway speeds, where you do notice that 3 cylinders isn't quite enough even in a vehicle this small. Now I'm in the Scion Iq. This is my 4th time in this vehicle this year. The Scion is by far the widest of the bunch, and it's almost the same width as a regular vehicle. However, it's not nearly as long as a regular vehicle. So although it may not fit in parking spaces that are tight on a narrow side, it will fit in spaces that aren't that deep. And the IQ is the only vehicle here with a somewhat conventional automatic in the form of a CVT. It, combined with the most powerful and largest engine, has the most response out of the three. In fact, this one doesn't feel at all like it needs more power, whereas the other two at times you're just wishing there's an extra 10, 20, 30 more horsepower. I'm now in the final car of our 3-car set, the Chevrolet Spark. Now it may be the newest of the group, but it's also the most conventional. It's the only vehicle with 4 doors and 4 proper seats, although the rear seats are still pretty limited in space. The rear seats fold somewhat flat and offer quite a bit of cargo space for its size. This vehicle also drives the best city and highway. However, with its extra length, it may not fit into some parking spaces, but it's just as narrow as the Smart, so really the trade-off in length I don't think is a big deal. So to find out who won the comparison between the Spark, the IQ, and the Fortwo, head on over to Autos.ca and check it out. The link is just below the video there. Anyway, for Autos.ca, I'm Mike Chalet, and I'll see you at the next comparison.